make a first impression. This is your opportunity today in the NFL. Everybody's going to be watching.
The Senior Bowl is the preeminent college all-star game.
You came here for yourself.
A positive performance this week will help me tremendously. I'm not trying to play professional football just to make millions of dollars. That being said, those millions of dollars can just help my family. This is something that I'm not going to take for granted.
Do what you're supposed to do. Just do it harder and better than you've ever done before.
I'm from Western Illinois, and I know that this is one of those opportunities that you can't pass up. That's why she's screaming, telling me to come home.
She'll be fine till Sunday, I promise you.
But I'm not going to be fine till Sunday.
Senior Bowl means everything to the city of Mobile. Got a great, rich history. It's the one thing that differentiates our game. It's just the stability of the game in a smaller town environment where the community really gets behind it. And this was our 69th year. You know, Mobile for the Senior Bowl, Indy for the Combine, like those are the staples on the NFL calendar. We produce so many good football players. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Russell Wilson, and obviously Baker Mayfield last year. I never understood, unless you're the clear-cut #1 guy at your position, why you wouldn't come here.
You can help yourself at the Combine. You can help yourself at Pro Day. You can't help yourself like you can here when you're in pads playing football. I'll use one example from last year. Isaiah Wynn, the tackle from Georgia. Everyone know who he is? Came down here with a partially torn labrum. He wasn't afraid to come here and compete. He had 2 really, really good days of one-on-ones and then ripped that thing. He was done. He came in here as a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I had a 2nd round grade on him myself. He left here and was drafted in the 1st round. Never ran a 40, never did pro day, didn't do anything at the Combine. He kicked ass for 2 days in one-on-ones and he left the 1st round pick. This is where you're going to help yourself. That's why these practices in this game are critical.
Like, okay, well, what is really the Senior Bowl? I heard about it before that. I didn't know it was really that crazy of a deal.
Coach Khalen, my D coordinator, he handed me that envelope and said I was the first invite from my school in history. And it was just that much more special to be the first guy to represent Western Illinois in the Senior Bowl.
Everyone tells you that everyone's watching. Sometimes it's hard for you to act yourself. Work hard, do everything you can to get it right and take advantage of the sweep, but be yourself.
It's crazy. Like, I grew up a Raiders fan, and this is Coach Gruden. Like, this is kind of crazy.
This game is a lot bigger now than it was when I was here the last time.
This is Khalen Saunders out of Western Illinois. That's just how he talks.
Have some fun. I encourage you to enjoy this process, man.
It's like meeting a celebrity almost.
Just even have the opportunity to meet some of these coaches. I'm just really fortunate to be here.
That energy makes you want to come to work every day and come play football because it's a fun sport and he makes it even more fun. So.
And I'll leave you with this. Just remember the 3 E's. Are you guys with me? All right, energy, enthusiasm, and intensity. So have a good night, man.
The Senior Bowl is everything for these smaller school guys because they can only prove what they can prove at their level.
You can only see so much on tape, and so just to get to see them, how they move around, how they interact with teammates, and how they practice. And, are they the first one in line or the last one in line? And so those little things that you can pick up in practice.
Right here. Y'all should be the first one now. While we go.
That always is a question when you have a smaller school, yes, but who did he play against? Some guys rise to the occasion, some it looks real big for.
Khalen was easy to do, so I watched the Illinois game, and within 10 snaps, that's the guy that I'm here to look at. He was kicking ass all over the place. He was a no-brainer. We were excited to get him.
I moved around St. Louis, pretty bad neighborhoods as far as, just stereotypical things you might get with a quote-unquote hood. My mom didn't want me to play football. She thought it was too violent. And then my dad snuck me in the Spanish Lake program, and like my dad would just come pick me up with all my equipment and be like, all right, we're taking them to, get a haircut. And then I don't know why he said get a haircut. Then I come home with my hair looking terrible. And then like my mama ended up coming to a game, and then she saw how much fun I was having, and she melted, of course, because that's what moms do.
There you go. Now, don't throw your hips away. Don't leave air for him to come back. When you hit, stay tight to him. So now he can't re-block you. He got to open up and open you to the quarterback, right? That's right. Get your arms locked out. Get that arm up. There you go.
If I get drafted, first and foremost, that's been a dream of mine since I was about like 9 years old. But if I don't get drafted, I plan on playing professional football, maybe in like Canada. That being said, since I want to be around football, I'm gonna coach no matter what happens. If I get to play professional football or not, I know for a fact that this sport is pretty much my life.
Ha! There we go. Look, you got too much weight down there. Don't put the weight on your hands. Put it back on your feet and your hips. And unload.
I'm a huge Aaron Donald fan, and
shoot your hands.
Everybody said he kind of made his name here. I get to potentially take that same path. A big performance, I feel like, will show the nation and show NFL scouts it doesn't matter where you come from. If I can play good against guys from all over, there shouldn't be any doubt if I can play at the next level.
If it's your dream to play in the NFL, you getting a test right now. Go back and study. Show yourself approved. Don't say, I got it, it's easy. I told you 30 minutes a day will put you ahead of 95% of people in the league already. Everything we do is a grand hustle. Grind time on 3. 1, 2, 3. Grind time.
Yes, sir. Even as a scout, you get those preseason magazines for over the summer. He was like the small school guy that all those magazines were hitting up. Keelan Doss, Keelan Doss. Just a savvy route runner, just one of those guys that knows how to get open, and that transcends level of competition. Like guys that know how to get open can figure it out.
And there, fires one, and it is, wow, that is incredible. Keelan Doss with a man's catch.
I heard about the Senior Bowl probably around 3 years ago. Obviously at the time, Cooper Kupp was coming out of the FCS. His name was everywhere, and he was getting a lot of hype on Twitter about it. So that's when I kind of like started watching it and realized, it's a great opportunity, and it's a great place to get invited to and compete in. Going against the top players in the country is just an honor in itself, and to be considered one of those is, I can't thank Jim Nagy enough for for inviting me, because I understand this is an opportunity for me to showcase myself in front of the NFL teams that I could do this just about against anybody, and it doesn't matter who you are. So I'm just thankful to be here.
I asked my wife to marry me after a football game this past year. So I found out my wife was pregnant going into my redshirt senior year. She took the test in the morning when she was getting ready for work. She's like, babe, I'm pregnant. I gave her a hug and told her that I was happy and told her that we're gonna be awesome parents. So my wife is due to have our daughter, January 31st is the due date, so I'm guessing like a couple weeks from now.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, are you at the hospital?
Yes.
When do you think she's gonna come?
My blood pressure's back to normal, but they're still inducing me. If you stay there, you're not coming home.
I mean, I know I ain't necessarily trying to come home, but I thought, well, at least be here on like after the game or at the game at least.
Yeah.
Well, just let me know, keep me updated. Everybody know about you being in labor now. But I'm gonna call you later when I get back to the room. All right, love you. it's like the fine line between what I need to do and what I want to do. And obviously, I want to be there for my daughter's first moments on this earth. But at the same time, I also want to make sure my daughter is secured no matter what happens in life, man. I'm just trying to get in the best position to provide for my family, man.
My mom and my dad were never really together. My dad actually remarried, has kids with her as well. Between my mom and my dad, though, it's just me. Primary time was with mom growing up, but I would visit my dad like on the weekends here and there, so try to get as much time with him as well. They're both super supportive. I could hear my mom on the sideline even in college, and I used to be like, Mom, come on, what you doing? But, you know, you could hear her across the field, and, you know, they've been both real supportive of my whole career.
Ben Scott staying in there for Davis, trying to take a shot up top, and that ball is caught.
I went to Alameda High, actually. It's in Alameda. There's two high schools, Encinal and Alameda, and it's an island. You got to get there by the bridges or the tunnel. My senior season, doesn't have anything to do with football, really, but me and my mom were living in an apartment building at that time, so we decided to actually stay at a hotel one night because the guy upstairs had flooded the house. He literally left his bathtub on, and like water was just seeping through the roof, and you know it was a bad deal. So cleaners had to come, you know, had to dry out the carpets and whatnot. So they recommended we stay at a hotel, which we did. And then about throughout the night, like 2 a.m, we get a phone call like, Key, Mom, like your house is on fire.
Breaking news we've been telling you about all morning in Alameda.
And we were like, what? Exactly, just waking up to that, like, what do you mean our house is on fire? They're like, no, your house is on fire.
Overnight, a 4-unit apartment building here on Briggs burned for more than an hour. One woman tells us she actually had to jump.
And then I remember my mom, she was really hurt by it, obviously. And you know, before you know it, man, the house is gone. We were living in a hotel for about 3 to 4 months my senior year. It was challenging because, you know, at that time I didn't really have the offers coming out of high school that I wanted as well. I always knew I had the talent to go Power 5. I wanted to go to Pac-12, honestly. A lot of the boys I grew up training with, they all went to Pac-12, and I knew I could compete with them boys anywhere.
Quick slam, again, right back to Doss.
However, my production didn't match my mentality. The reasons for that, though, is I was hurt for the most part in high school, my junior and my senior season. And it kind of just, you know, messed me up when it came to the recruiting process. My lowest point as a football player was those high school years because that was the year I was like expecting to break out, you know. I ended up getting hurt. I was upset about it. I was kind of low, just like, well, what am I gonna do now? Fortunately enough, though, Davis offered me my senior year and played as a true freshman. Was fortunate to do that. Ended up getting hurt a little bit, though, throughout that season. I sprained my ankle, had me miss about 1 or 2 games. And then I came back my sophomore season, ready to go, feeling real good sophomore year, and I get hurt literally 5 days before the first game. And I had to get surgery on my ankle, required me to redshirt that whole season. You know, but it just taught me that life isn't really fair, and you just gotta, when adversity hits, it's how you respond to that. So, you know, it was a good life lesson. It kind of made me who I am today.
What's the big thing you did wrong right there?
Coach Gruden is very passionate. Every time he tries to get up there and explain something, I try to write down a note, and I just try to figure out, man, if I could just pick his brain a little bit to get better, you know, even if it's in the meeting room. So it's been cool.
Where's Khalen Saunders at?
I'm right here. Yeah,
come on, let this Khalen Saunders come in the middle here. Let me tell you about this guy.
What's up, baby?
Hey, this guy's out of Western Illinois, okay? I got to tell you this. The man's wife is having a baby right now. His wife is in labor, and she says, do not come home, baby. Give me a job. All right, let back up over here. Give me a backflip.
Oh, no. Give us one, baby. I learned how to do a backflip through trial and error. I'm the youngest out of all my brothers. There was a park right across the street from where I lived, and all my brothers and, you know, guys from around the neighborhood would go to the park and play basketball and all kind of stuff, but then we would all like flip. I just start doing it with them.
But guys, please, 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 please listen, because this information is going to take care of you and your family for the rest of your life. this is the stage where you now get paid to play football. And I went to Notre Dame. I was a business major. I still did not know the nuances of money. There's gonna be two areas that will be difficult for you. One is your family. That's gonna be the hardest time that you will have, is with your family, where you think the biggest issue that you.
The reason that they said that you couldn't just have it naturally is because of the heart rate, right?
He said it wasn't an emergency, but he didn't want it to get to the emergency point where we had to rush down there and all that. And I would rather them be able to take their time and prep me. And so I was like, if you think that I'm going to end up having to do a C-section, which it was obvious I was going to because of how slow I was dilating, I was like, I'm just going to do it because I would rather her be here and healthy and all of that.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not allowed to lift anything over 20 pounds for 6 weeks.
Right. See? Yeah. I told you I got to.
You're so ridiculous.
No, you need me. And she needs me.
I do. But I need you to make these coins. She'll be fine till Sunday, I promise you.
I know that, but I'm not going to be fine till Sunday. Look, you see how she hear my voice and she's screaming?
Okay, I'm going to try to feed her or something.
All right, let me know where everything goes.
Yeah.
Love you.
Okay, bye.
Well, y'all, my dad. It's crazy, man. You know, I'm overwhelmed right now. It's been a very eventful day. When I got the call that, you know, she's here, and my mother-in-law sent me a picture. She got here at 5:31, and I think I got off the field at like 5, maybe 20. So, you know, right, it was boom, boom, like right after I get the news that she got here, and I'm excited. I can't wait to meet her. My heart, like, it was screaming to be there, you know, to be at the birth of my baby girl. But if I want to secure the life I want for her, then you know, I got to be here. I got to perform, and that's why I stayed. I don't regret anything. I'm happy I stayed, and I'm happy I, you know, had a good day today on the field. And then on top of that, I got a little girl at home, so I'm floating right now. Honestly, I can't even put into words how I feel. Like, I know when I lock eyes with that little girl, it's probably gonna be all kind of waterworks coming out. So I can't wait to get home and see her.
Wait, son! Only one of your fingers got bent back?
Well, shit, they take together, so both of them.
So you still got 8 more, right?
Yeah, JPP don't even have those fingers.
Hey, what's the coming back? Hell, sure. Man, stand up, man. You got a little finger, man.
You're right. But shit, that shit hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, you can call me what you want. That shit hurt. I went in. Fucking tried to post my hand. My shit went right in here.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to turn it side. You turn it sideways, it ain't gonna go in there. You got to turn it, get it tucked in there and protect it. You know what I'm saying?
I got to. Shit.
All the injuries like that do is make you use good technique. You know what I'm saying?
You straight.
It scare you straight. One more we change.
Practice 2 came in. I had all these people tagging me and everything, so I did feel like, you know, a lot of more people were trying to, you know, figure out who this Keelan Doss guy was. It's probably the most Twitter pub I ever got in my life.
Keelan had a great week. He really did, for a guy that had a lot to prove. You know, really coming from UC Davis, this is a big proving ground.
You see all these people, the media, you know, coming from UC Davis, you don't really see a lot of that, you know. And I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I was like, okay, we got a lot of media here. You know, I feel like, you know, I'm part of the ACC or the SEC.
They go up against USC guys and Kentucky guys and SEC guys. So, and he did that. He got open. He just gets open. I thought Khalen did a great job. I mean, from the get-go, that North team offensive line had some really nasty dudes on it. They were getting after it. There were some really good battles, and he held his own. I mean, he was here on a mission. He was physical from the get-go.
You got to reintroduce yourself every day you're out here. They don't want to meet the person they know today, tomorrow.
A couple things that the NFL teams wanted to see out of me, that was if I could create separation, could I get off the line of scrimmage, and can I just make plays.
So when you watching film, I want to see you taking notes. Then when you get out here before practice, get a buddy. Hey, man, let's work on our hands. That's how you become a pro.
I'm not the strongest guy out there. I'm not the fastest guy out there. I don't need to be that.
Yeah, that's much better. Violence overrides everything. We don't want college players. We want guys that best resemble being a professional player. And for being a professional player, being productive doing your job.
Good job working together. Khalen Saunders had a baby, man. Yeah! Let's have some fun on Saturday.
1, 2, 3. Time.
I got one more good practice in before I head out. The first day I felt like I did really good and made a nice impression. The second day I feel like I took a little dip. It wasn't so much it was a lack of focus, but it was just one of those things where I was kind of thinking about having a kid and all that stuff, and it just kind of threw me off. But today I feel like I focused up really good. I'm getting ready to catch a flight to Chicago. I just want to see her. Like, I can't bear being away from her for another minute. So I just want to make sure that guys knew I wasn't just leaving them high and dry. I talked to Coach Gruden, Coach Gunther, Coach Buck. He got 2 little girls of his own, and he's real cool about it. He knew, and all 3 of them were just telling me, like, yeah, man, there's no problem. But I'm going to see little girl. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Let me hear your first goo-goo.
I ain't no goo-goo.
You got to pray. I
don't know what I'm
You going to walk in that tough, then the first thing you going to see me. He's a great kid, get a chance to show what he can do here. Now getting a chance, the greatest gift he's ever been given is a child, not going to spend time with his wife and his child. It's good for him.
Hello, I'm finishing up right now. About to come down there. The practice is what I picked over the birth, and then, I want to see my girl now over the game. So it's just one of those kind of hard kind of decisions, but like I said, there's good and bad in it, and I'm just making that decision to where I want to go home and see my girl.
I coach football, but I got to help in life. If after this week these guys are just better football players, then I failed them. Because football it mirrors life so much, and whatever you do in life transitions to the football field. You having a bad life, you're gonna be bad on the football field. So I just like to impart on them from what I've been blessed to go through, the pitfalls, the ups and the downs, so they don't have to navigate it, they already got the map.
Today, me and some of the guys went to the hospital. Obviously some people in there aren't as fortunate as us. And just going out there and seeing the smile on their faces brought a lot of joy to my heart.
We're going to gather and sit, each one of you, at the end of the table with our little cupcakes. Number 8. Give me 5.
Right here. Nice to meet you, man. Where you guys from?
I'm
From up here. I'm Keelan. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What's up, little man? How you doing? I'm Keelan. Nice to meet you, man. Y'all want one? If you have the platform, if you have the opportunity to give back in any sort of way, I think it's right that you do so. Y'all having a good time? As time, progresses, I plan on even doing, even more than just that.
What's the most ball you ever caught?
So years ago, and I made a one-hand catch, made ESPN, and it's probably my favorite catch to this day. So it was a cool experience for sure. I'm glad I'm able to be in that position to be that person. It was a cool deal. Like, if you do that, you get outside yourself, you start overthinking, you start getting nervous for whatever reason, you don't play your game. You know, for me personally, I take the same approach I did when I was at UC Davis. You know, I look over the playbook again tonight, study a little bit, and let the results speak for itself.
Time to make plays. It's time to eat. And look, when we start off, give me my 2 starting tackles.
I'm a product of the stars igniting a light beam is split between dreams and snares of nice kicks.
Let's go. We got to play, man.
McSorley lets it rip. It's Keelan Doss, your guy, DJ.
I'm a big fan of Keelan Doss. He's stepped up in every big game they've ever had. They played 3 Power 5 opponents. All he did was catch 32 for 372 yards, and he's been impressive to everybody here all week.
Under 5.5 to go now, third in a 17-12 game. Play fake for Finley, takes his time, lets it fly, and it's complete to Keelan Doss from UC Davis.
Good job, bro. Good job. Good job.
Run through these guys. We got to live on that side of the line of scrimmage. They cannot block the defensive tackle. When he try to come out, you got to be able to make the tackle, right? You got to be able to make the tackle. Go get him! Good tackle. Go get him. Line up and punch this guy in the mouth. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't punch him in the mouth, I'm going to find 4 people that will. Those people in the stands bought tickets. You came here to play. So go out there and play, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get ready to go.
I returned to the Senior Bowl because I had something to prove. First of all, it was the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of, by far. Being able to see my daughter really motivated me.
I'm good, I'm ready to go. Love you, I'm ready.
And seeing somebody that depends on me felt like I had to come back and prove my draft stock for her. The whole thing that was going through my mind is a finish.
Will Greer pressured. Thrown to the turf by big Khalen Saunders.
We've been here for 5 years here at the Reese's Senior Bowl. You, Khalen, you have been the embodiment of going all in and not being sorry. Going all in for your family, for your teammates coming back. So we wanted to award you the first ever Reese's Player of the Week, and we wanted to give you $20,000 as you go all in and take it to the next level in the NFL.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You know, that's especially starting out a family. I can't thank y'all enough, man. It's an honor to be the first to do anything, but the first to receive something like this. You know, I just want to say thank you to all of y'all for making this happen. For for seeing something in me, for watching me throughout this week. To it's just it's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Daddy, man.
And congratulations, Granddad.
No matter what happens with the draft, when I got Reese's Player of the Week, that will always be something that helped me tremendously starting off going into this journey.
Khalen is because we were super close, and like she said, we didn't really have much money, and so all of our fun was home or explorations, or we would go on adventures when she was we didn't have a car, and so we were actually walking to the bus stop, but she made it an adventure for us because she didn't want us to know we were struggling in that regard. Yeah. So all of our fun was not necessarily at resorts or pool parties or anything like that. And so because we were raised so closely, especially with our grandma living with us at a young age, the family was tight. And so Khalen has always been a family person. He has a soft spot for old people, babies, and his family. Mm-hmm.
My grandma has a COPD, just a smoker's disease pretty much. She smoked too much when she was a kid and it messed her lungs up, but she's on oxygen. But she's full of life.
Very frugal, very frugal. We didn't want to, Bingo used to try to borrow money from him. She borrowed money from Cameron. Cameron's like, you can have the money. If you borrow 5, you got to pay me back 20. Right. She was like, golly. Khalen was like, right. Khalen was like, well, Bingo, I'm going to let you borrow this money, but you got to pay me back. And one time she tried not to pay him back, and he cried like a baby. He was like, oh, but Bingo, I'm only a child. I'm just a little kid. I don't get money. I'm like, give me my money back. So
we call her Bingo.
I got to look after this boy.
She goes to Bingo every week. And I've been there with her a few times, and that makes her so happy. That's my dog. That's what it is. I love her to death.
I watched that combine right there on that couch on this phone. Because I could not, yes, both of us was like this. I didn't have the NFL channel, right? We didn't have the we couldn't get it to act right, but I had the NFL on my phone. Yep. And I whipped it out, and me and my mama gathered around this phone, and we watched that combine. You wouldn't know we wasn't there.
My experience at the combine, it was real interesting. I think I reached the goals that I was trying to reach. I mean, every single drill, I think I did really well. I think I kind of surprised some people that had me ranked a little lower or thought that I wasn't as athletic or fast that they had first thought. So I think I opened some eyes and helped myself out for sure.
I feel like I had more nerves going into the Senior Bowl week than it was the combine, just because that's real football, and if you can't get off against those guys, then it's like you don't deserve to be playing football at a high level. The combine was just more testing and numbers, but I might have bad luck when it comes to time in certain events, because when I was testing during the bench press around my second and third rep, I ended up slightly, I guess you say, tweaking my pec.
Keelan,
how's it going?
So sorry, man.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, how you doing?
I feel a lot better. I mean, still a little sore and whatnot and everything, but it was just kind of just all so sudden, you know what I mean? Kind of had to combine with it. So pain-wise, I mean, it's got a lot better since the combine, obviously, being that it was a couple weeks prior, but obviously a lot of people question, my elite speed. I think the 40 was the most important thing, just because it's such a pivotal step, you know what I mean, along the process. I mean, everyone wants to know how fast you run. And shoot, I wanted to know how fast I run, just as a competitor inside me. So It's super frustrating. I mean, I'll be lying if I said it wasn't.
So this is where it was really swollen, right there.
Yeah.
So this is normal appearance. You see these fibers, these muscle bands are going across totally normally. In the area where you have the rupture, you see the fibers come in, and you see how they kind of stop right there. You have a little hematoma or a blood clot, and then the fibers pick up again. So your rupture is exactly in the middle of the muscle.
I'm afraid I won't be able to do anything just because I haven't been really training or everything for it. So, do you think I'll be good to go, I guess you could say?
What day was Combine again?
26th, 27th is one of those.
It's probably too close.
Okay.
So with these types of ruptures, we see better results, better improvement, closer to the 6-week range, so 4 to 6 weeks.
That was my main concern because I wanted to show scouts and everything too, that I could run in or whatnot, and at least, because even if I can't run the 40, I can't run routes or do the broad or the vert or anything.
Exactly, yeah. So every motion of Combine and Pro Day is going to be some kind of explosive motion where you're driving your arms forward, right? And so the pectoralis is one of your major arm drivers. It brings your arm in powerfully, and it brings your arm forward powerfully.
Okay.
And so all of those activities require a fully functional pectoralis. So I wouldn't recommend that.
Coming back on campus, it was definitely a different kind of feel. Even when I first pulled up and saw the little Welcome to Western Illinois sign, I was like, wow. When you come here, it's really not that sense of, a crazy college town. It's more of a sense of family. But that feel is what you're gonna come here for. You're not gonna come here for no crazy parties, no clubs, no crazy college life. You come here for the people here. Love you, dog. Love you, my boy. So when I got back, it wasn't like, I'm different now or anything like that. When I got back, it felt like I was back where I belong and where I always been. I chose to come to my own school's pro day over anybody else's. Specifically, they wanted me to go to Northwesterns and, all the local ones like Illinois and stuff like that. And the reason I didn't want to do that is because, I feel like I've done a lot to improve my stock as far as the Senior Bowl and the Combine. And so, those extra showings, I just didn't feel like they were necessary. That's a good run, Larry. The biggest reason, I should say, though, is all my brothers back here, man. Yeah. They like family to me, and I told them from the jump, listen, I don't know how many scouts are going to be there. I don't know who's going to be there. But I can assure you that I'm going to be there, and whoever comes with me to see me, they're going to be looking at y'all too. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to make sure I can bring scouts back. Finish. And then it's up to y'all to ball out. There you go. I had a workout with the Cardinals. I had a dinner with a D-line coach from the Eagles. And then I got the Titans workout and the Cowboys workout. And then I got 4 visits where I'm going to the team. I think Buffalo, New York, Denver, and Carolina. Those are the teams that mainly I've been talking to. I've seen projections from mid to late second round. And then I've also seen projections all the way down to the 5th. So that's a big range. But I try my best not to even look because I've done everything that I can do. And right now it's just whatever happens, happens, and I'm gonna make the best of the opportunity.
I didn't really like football at first, remember that?
Yep. I remember that. I remember also after the first year of junior Pee-wees, you was deciding that you may not want to play no more, and me and your mother was talking. I said, this guy gonna play football.
That's crazy, yeah.
This is his sport right here. I remember that from day one.
And it's crazy too, because we used to work out here on the beach.
That's what I knew, that you had that hunger for it, man. I'm serious, man.
I used to come out here literally every day.
Yeah.
My house right over there, so it just come out here every single day and get some work in, and it's just funny because it just kind of shows you how long like a long ways you could come, you know what I mean? And, you know, just looking back at where you came from and kind of what you did, you know, it's pretty cool. So.
Kind of surreal, man, to come back to your hometown, you know what I mean, getting ready for the draft. Man, that got to be a magnificent feeling for you, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was all about a team effort, even with his mother. So I know that she had it all together. But as the years progressed, she was doing most of the everything on her own like that. And I just commend her for being there for him the way that she was. I would think that it was kind of stressful, but it was his dream, you know? You help him pursue what he wants in his life. So whatever it took, it was gonna happen.
Now, there were times when, like 9:30 at night, Mom, take me to the gym, I want to work out. I'm like, Keelan, I'm in bed, it's tired, you know. There were moments, but I just, you know, I just wanted to make sure he was happy, stayed out of trouble, and did what he wanted to do. So I just did it.
She works, obviously a long day, and then to have to deal with me after that as well as, I would say not the funnest thing to do at times, but no, she always did it, and she always made time, and I am really appreciative of her for that.
He never gave up through his injuries. He just always had a goal.
Dog, 6026, 6026.
And 5 o'clock in the morning to go work out, to evening workouts, he just never had a doubt, and he just followed his dreams. Whether it was a good day, bad day, and I couldn't be more proud of him, of who he is today, and his dream about to come true.
I was advised by like medical staff that I probably shouldn't run the 40 and whatnot today.
You need a hug.
Just because, you know, I haven't necessarily trained for it, and we don't know how my body will react to me running full speed again, just out of nowhere.
Are you not running?
We're figuring it out right now.
Okay. Everybody's here.
Yeah.
Not to you.
Yeah. What do you guys think? If you feel fast.
But after like the scouts, I talked to a lot of them.
The first one you ever ran was your first race.
And I talked to obviously my agents.
Dude, look, at the end of the day, this is checking the boxes. This process,
kind of came to the consensus that I should run it. I want to put my head on the pillow the night before the draft, knowing that I did everything that I could, regardless of the pec injury.
What are they saying? More big. So yeah, anti-nerve. I would say, but I think a lot of people actually have the 4-4s.
When my name gets called in the draft, I probably won't even know what to say. Like I'll probably just look to my mom, you know, look to my dad, and my family that are there, and just be like, "We did it."
Is now officially open.
Kevin, you gotta stop headbutting me.
She's not hurt.
Hold on.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray, quarterback.
Kyler Murray is the first overall pick. He is an Arizona Cardinal. Your initial reaction?
That boy got about 30 million. So he got like 30-something million probably. Last year's, no. I think last year's first got like maybe 30-something, like 32 or something. I don't remember. It was something crazy though.
It's just amazing watching him do what he said he's going to do, because when someone tells you, when you first meet someone, and they tell you, I'm gonna go to the NFL, you're like, oh, okay. I mean, that's cool that you think that, but not many people go there.
I'm sitting here watching my phone.
He's different because he cares more about other people than he does about himself. He always puts other people, making sure everybody's okay, all the women in his life, his brother, his dad. He puts everyone before himself, even though the attention's on him. So it's just really amazing from my point of view and my family's point of view.
Ed Oliver is a Buffalo Bill.
Eddie, yo, I said I want all these D linemen off the board. That's all I'm happy to say, every one of them. And Oliver got, let me look up who all got picked so far, because if it's been like 6 or 7 of them, I need Jeffrey Simmons. Yep, Jerry, I need him gone.
If we get Jeffrey and DeMont, maybe.
I'm just anxious, man. I don't, waiting. It's the waiting game. You can't do much but sit here and wait. So it's been like 5 taken so far.
Tennessee Titans take Jeffrey Simmons. Okay, the Chargers select Jerry Tillery from Notre Dame.
There you go.
Wow, N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry, Arizona State.
From Arizona State is the pick. That is the final pick of the first round. We got 32 picks in the books, 6 rounds to go. A lot of talent still on the board.
This is over. We just have to wait for them to call his name around the second round. He could go tonight, the 3rd, or he could go tomorrow, because tomorrow is 4th through 7th. He's predicted to go the 4th round, but we don't know. We're still waiting. He could go, who knows? We just have to sit and wait. It's a waiting game. Such a waiting game.
With the 56th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs have selected Mecole Hardman, wide receiver, Georgia.
With the 57th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, wide receiver, Stanford.
That's good, though. Big body receivers leaving. Bro, I got a good shot at either the Jets, the Jags, the Panthers, or Chase Winovich?
What do you think here about what the Bears might do, guys? Who wants to chew on that one first?
Well, we've got some wide receivers that are still hanging out there. You've got Fulgham from Old Dominion and Keelan Doss from UC Davis.
It's a very small chance I go today. We'll throw it out there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's like a 5% chance I go today. You never know.
No, these are my loved ones and my closest friends from childhood, all the way to aunties and uncles and stuff people that help raise me. I'm good. I'm ready to go, man.
I don't know what to think. I'm like shaking. This is crazy.
Very hopeful, confident though that I should get picked today, and we're gonna see what happens.
They was all little, they grown and stuff.
My whole body of work has been leading up to this moment, and this is not the end of it though. When I get to the league, I want to stay in the league. So, yeah, I'm gonna do everything I can to make that happen.
With the 71st pick, the Denver Broncos select Draymond Jones, defensive tackle, Ohio State.
Yeah, Draymond. I mean, I'm the next D lineman up. Draymond going to Denver. I'm the best D lineman available now. Yeah, that's what I needed. Oh my goodness. What are you looking at, girl? Huh? Hello?
Hey, this is Brett Beach from Kansas City Chiefs. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, good. Hey, listen, we're about to determine your name in here. We just want to let you know that, we're excited to bring you on.
Yes, sir. When that phone rang, I didn't even know what team it was to, but You know, it's real. You know, like that's what all I was thinking. Like, it's real. It ain't no longer like, am I going to the NFL or nothing, man? It's just. I think Kansas City, you know, they believe in me, and they could have taken anybody else, but they put their trust in me. Okay. It's just, this is one of the best feelings I ever felt in my life. To, like, you know, I can look at the mirror now, and like, I'm an NFL player. Like, this is something that I've been trying to get to since I was like 9 years old.
And with the 84th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Khalen Saunders, defensive tackle, Western Illinois.
When you do things as a mom, you don't do it really to just, you know, be thinking what's going to do. You just try to do the best that you can. And all I ever really wanted is for them to be successful, happy people. And now to see that all the catching the buses and all the ways that I had to figure out how to make things happen.
Congratulations, man. You do it, boy.
And to see that all of the sacrifices that I did make were not lost on my boys, and that they did really well, and they both are living their dreams, and that's all a mama can ask for. That makes me so happy.
The final selection in the 2019 NFL Draft, Caleb Wilson, a tight end from UCLA.
One player in my top 100. He was my 99th player. He went undrafted.
Who?
He's a wide receiver, Senior Bowl guy.
Who do we miss out? Not Keelan Doss.
Keelan Doss went undrafted.
We're just going over options right now pretty much and, you know, going through the possibilities and I guess what would be like the right fit. I'm just so mad. It just makes everything so much harder.
He tore his pec at the combine.
Oh, he thought he did a workout, though, didn't he? Did a pro day.
He popped his pec.
That's it.
Like some teams that think I was healthy, like coming in back. That's what they're saying. Someone saying I was wrong.
Really?
Yeah. I thought he was a good player. I thought he was like a fourth-round type undrafted.
Yeah, I thought he would.
There's always one or two of those guys every year where you're like, man, either I was really messed up or the league messed up. We're fixing to find out.
Gruden said he really wants you. He said, let us talk internally about the numbers. He knows our system. He knows our coach. I'm not letting Antonio Brown play at all in the preseason, so he'll get a ton of run. We'll be competitive. Let us know where you are before you make any decisions. I really want him here.
Hello? Hey, how's it going, Coach?
John Gruden with the Raiders. I got it. Look, you know our offense. You know what it's all about. And you fit this system. I'm just telling you, I give you the opportunity to make this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And look, you can play Z, you can play X, you can play F, smart, you're big, you're tough, you can run a lot of routes.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Coach. My gut is telling me to go with the Raiders. I'm not going to lie.
Then go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's saying with the Raiders.
Yeah, my gut's saying go with the Raiders.
You have a comfort level. If you have that comfort level, then go with it.
Yeah.
You want to be a Raider?
Yeah, let's do the Raiders. Let's do it. We had to come up with the best fit. You know, for me, obviously I didn't get drafted like I wanted to or like we planned, but we thought the Raiders was the best fit, so we went with them.
My boy just signed with the Oakland Raiders. I am very happy he will be close. Very happy.